Hello, this video is to show you how to track a ocean vessel. So normally when we get goods sent from our suppliers overseas to New Zealand, we get a tracking link, and that's going to tell you when it's supposed to arrive and where it's going from, might tell you where it is, and when things change, it tells you updates. Now we don't always get that. I'm not sure why not, but sometimes we don't get that. At a minimum though, you can ask the supplier the name of the vessel that the goods are on. They should always be able to at least give you that. So we've got something coming from Denmark, and this is the vessel name, NYK Oceanus 068E. So you go to a site like Marine Traffic Vessel Tracker, you just Google anything about searching marine traffic and you'll get there. And then you can search the boat name. Now I searched it before, so it's already, oops, was already popping up as an option, and I'll press that and you get to see about this boat and where it is. Okay, so it's telling you that right now it's around the English Channel. It also tells you some fun stuff about the boat. You can see pictures of the boat, all these nice things. They're almost always registered in Panama because obviously Panama builds ships like that. Well, they don't, but they register a lot of them. And then you can go and see it on the map. Now, in this case, it's telling us that it's going from Hamburg to somewhere in France and that it's only going to take a couple of days. This is probably one of the less satisfying results that we would get because it's a long way from France to New Zealand. So we don't really get a good idea of what's going to happen after this. Whereas sometimes a boat's next port of call might be in Australia or New Zealand or Singapore. And then at least it starts to break it down. We go, okay, well, at least we know it's going to get that far in this much time. So let's have a closer look at that. Or you can see the route forecast and that kind of thing, but it's not going to be that interesting. This is a bit of fun. You can zoom out and there's lots of boats, including on canals. Zoom out, more and more boats. Lots of boats, different types. Some of these are just people sailing boats, but most of these are commercial boats. And one thing you do get an appreciation of is that they're not sort of dying to come visit us down here. All of the trade, there's so much trade between here, the East Coast and the US and that sort of thing. You see how important those canals are when they get blocked, the havoc that's created. So this one, when it leaves Europe, we're probably then going to be told where it goes next, which might be all the way to Singapore, or it could be somewhere in Australia. And this will start to give us a better idea. We generally know that it's about 2 months from Europe to this part of the world, but it can easily be another few weeks if it is doing some unloading in Australia or gets caught up in some port traffic and that kind of thing. But at any point with this tracking, we can now see where the boat is at any given time, where its next port stop is, and at least get some comfort about where in the world those bikes are and are they slowly getting towards us. Don't be alarmed when you see the boat go all over the place. It does happen. If the boats really did just come directly from Europe to New Zealand, it wouldn't take all that long at all for them to sail. I'm not sure exactly how long, but you might be surprised how quick. However, they do generally stop places, so we usually find 8 weeks at best from Europe to New Zealand. So that's our little video on how to track a vessel. By the way, even when you get a tracking link, which tells you more information about when it's expected, you can still then go to this to track the boat's exact position if you're into that. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching.